Everyone, I'm TJ. Welcome back to part 3. In this part we're going to actually start laying out the HUD using windows. That way they're in custom positions and they're scalable quite well. Now in this one, as you can see, I've added a font, a couple of button textures and a little box background that I'm going to use for my windows. It's semi-transparent, so it shouldn't be too in your face, but anyway, let's get to it. If you need to do any buttons, you can pause the video now and do them. These buttons here I will be using. So this hover button for health, and this normal button for armor or something like that, and energy. Right, for now we need to go to our skins folder. Not skins. Yeah, skins. Sorry. And create new GUI skin, and I'm going to name it something simple like game skin. And then in this game skin and this custom styles tab, element 0, I'm just going to call this button normal, and then change the text of the font color to white, and then drag and drop my buttons in. It's worth noting though, however, all these I've put as GUI, legacy GUI, point, no filter, and true color. That way they're all in basically pixel perfect. There's no smudging, no blurring of the edges, anything like that. Now I'm back in here, button hover, and then button pressed. And then I want to also add number 2. The reason why I've done it like this is because if you put another in after you've already populated one, it copies it straight away. I'm just going to delete this for now. And then what I'm going to do is border 4 pixels. This is if you have like a border around your image. Say, look at my normal, I've got, look, you can see different coloured lines around the edges. If by setting 4 pixels all around, it basically will not stretch the corners, the edges, or anything like that. It'll only stretch the middle. That way it all fills out. You'll see what I mean when we create more. Now in the game skin, make sure there's no margin, no padding, there's nothing like that. And then I can then either duplicate, I'm going to duplicate, or you can increase the size manually. And I'm going to put red here, and then my normal and hover, so my normal active, sorry, is red normal, and red pressed. That's for 2 buttons done. And now I also need to do a background, so if I do the 3rd element, and then I'm going to put window background. And then my normal, hover and active, I'm just going to change to this. And then with that done, because this has, as you can see, it's got curved edges down here, I need to increase the amount of pixels from that it comes in from the edges, because at the moment it's 4 and I know it's about 12 pixels around here. So if I add 12, that way these little rounded edges don't get stretched or anything like that, they actually appear rounded. Now if I go down to my border, I'm going to set it to 12. With that done, we can actually go into our player HUD script and start creating some HUD. Now what we need to do is, first of all, let's create a few windows around the screen. So what we want to do is, I need about 3, I believe. 3 is probably the best. So if I do private const int, and then call it health underscore window underscore ID equals 0. What private, an integer is a numeric value. This is just, a float is a numeric value with decimal places. So a float would be 0.0. and integers whole numbers. So a const means constant, which means this will never change. So this window ID will always be 0. It cannot be changed in engine launch or anything like that. Now what I want to do is call it private rect. Private rect is a new rect. Yeah, my brain's going absolutely everywhere at the moment. I believe it's called underscore rect equals new rect, and the position I want this, I want it 10 from the left, screen dot height minus, see, I want it's 10 from the left, but I also want it on the bottom of the screen. So to do that, I need to calculate how many I need armor, and each of these health bars I want 32 high, with 10 pixels on top of each. So I want 2 bars, so that's 42, 52, 84, 94. And then I want to do the width of this about 400 pixels, and then the height of this is 84. Put it up there. Let's do GUI. So GUI dot window is a new underscore health equals GUI dot window, and then I want to do underscore health window rect. Whoops, the ID, sorry, first. Underscore health health window ID. I'm going to put an underscore underneath this. All my privates I usually put an underscore underneath before it starts. You notice here I've got private underscore health, constant underscore, it's just, and I have the constant int as all capitals. That lets me know in any of my script if it's capital letters, it's a constant variable. You don't have to do it like this, but I find it's better for me if I do it like this. Now I need to do client rect, which is health window rect. Then I want to do the GUI function, so the name of the window, mine's going to be vital display, and then the name, I'm going to leave it blank for now, and then a public void vital display int underscore health window underscore ID, and then all the reds will disappear. There we go. Now if I save this off, it should display straight away. In the bottom left. Whoops. I know I've done wrong here. Now, well, it's right, it works, it is correct, but I think that's a bit too big. Coin collector, blah blah blah. Up here, 94. I don't want it 400 wide. Let's do 300. Now what we want to do is we want to add the GUI skin. So what I want to do is a public GUI skin game skin, and then in the on GUI, the first thing I want to do, is do the GUI.skin equals game skin, and then over here I'm going to add window background. what this is doing is now we are adding the GUI skin, which I've called game skin, and then what this comma here and the speech marks is what the name of this is. So window background, as you see, it's window background. Now what I'll do is, if I click my FPS controller, if I scroll to the bottom, I see here I've got a game skin which is empty at the moment. I need to drag this on here, and if I click play, now you can see my little window down the bottom there, all stylized the way I want it to. Now to add a font to your GUI skin, you do your skin. Up here you see it says font here when you selected it. Just drag your new font on top of there. Whoops. There we go. And that's the font completely changed. It's that easy. Just make sure it's a TTF file type. It makes it much easier. I believe Unity accepts a couple of different font types, but I use TTF. They work all the time. Now see that now this one works, I need to create a couple more. So if I do a private const int underscore ammo underscore display underscore ID equals 1. Never have the same ID number for any each. You always have to have them differently, otherwise they overlap and cause errors. Private private rect underscore ammo window rect equals a new rect. Now this is going to be a screen, not scale mode, screen dot width minus. Now that one was 300, so I think I'll keep them all the same width. So I want to do that's 310. The height is the screen dot height minus. I don't need as many, so I know it's 32 and I want a 10 gap either side of that, so it's 52. And then I want to have it 10 after 4, so 62. This could be completely wrong, but we shall see. We can always edit it later on. Now I want the width 300, and I also want the height as 52, didn't I say? Yeah. Now with that done, in the GUI skin, I do underscore ammo window rect equals GUI dot window underscore ammo display ID underscore ammo window rect ammo display. Nothing in there. I want it empty for now. And then I want window background again. It's the GUI skin. Underneath here, public void ammo display int underscore ammo underscore display underscore ID, exactly the same way as we did it before. Now if we save that off and go back in, you can see you've got ammo display down there now. Now for now I'm just going to do add the labels and the textures in. We'll actually get on to do something in a minute here in the next video tutorial when we set up the vitals. For now, however, what we're going to do is a GUI.label is a new rect, and I want to do it 10. Now we're doing it inside a window. All of this is inside window space. What I mean by that is, if I say 10 here, it's not the same as 10 up here. This is screen space here, and since I've declared this window and I've declared the window rect here, and I've said that vital display and the window ID which I've done here, this now is a window. So this is 10 pixels from the inside of the window. You'll see what I mean in a second. 10 from the top of it, I want to do it 50 and then 25. If I do it 10 from the top, it's 32, it's 25, so I'll do that 15, yeah, 16, might be good enough. Comma, and then just add a text, so this would be health, and I could just copy this, and then leave a space underneath, and then use this for ammo, except I'm going to have it further down, so it's 32 from the top, that's 42, 42, 52, 52, 52 at 6, 58. With this done, let's see what this looks like. It's down a bit low, but we should see that. Keep clicking the wrong one. Now up here I want to do a couple of textures here, just like we did with the crosshair here. So for now I'm just going to do two publics, public texture 2D, and then call it health, and then a public texture 2D ammo. I do realise I'm doing this wrong, however. It should be armor, but armor. There we go. There you go. I've squared that away now. Now in here, I want to do GUI.draw texture. It's a new rect. And for now, I just want to pad it out. So I know that's 50, 60. Let's do it 70. I'll do from the top 10. And then so this is log the length of this. So I want to do it underscore health window rect dot width minus, see I've got it's 70 at the moment, but it's from the left, so I need to do it 80 I believe, and then underscore, sorry, not underscore, health. There we go. Whoops. Oh, yeah, I made a mistake here. 32, because I want it to 32 high. Now let's see if the position in this is all correct. So I want to click my thing again, and when it loads, there we go. I've got my arm and my health. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my health. I want is the blue one, no, a green one, sorry, and my arm I want is the blue one. If I click play, there you go. Health bar displays perfectly. Now down here, change that to armor. If I would just copy this, put it underneath here. It's only from the left, which is fine. So I know this is 10 from the top, but it's also 32, that's 42, so I'll do 52 here. And then call that armor. And then when I launch this, it should be correct. Yep, by looking at this, I've underestimated something here. Window 104. There we go. Whoops. Oh, 104. That should be 94. See? Mistakes. This should look better now. Yep. Unfortunately though, that's 50, so I'm going to do 60, 60, and that's going to be 80, and that's going to turn to 90. Just so this displays correctly. And it should work now, just the same as it did before. Yep. The health and armor now, in a new font. In new font, got a crosshair. And now in the armor display, we can, the armor display. I did do it right. I did do it right. Oh my word. I can't believe I got that wrong. Let's go back in there. It's like the hottest day in England today. It's insane. Yeah, it still works the same. Now to quickly wrap up this video, because I believe it's getting quite a long time. Just add the ammo bar in here now. So what I'm going to do is go the same way I did before. Up here is add a public texture 2D and call it ammo. Down here, I don't want anything fancy, I'm just showing the ammo left, so I want to do a GUI.label is a new rect. I want to do it underscore ammo window rect dot width minus 50. I can do on that one. The height 10 from the top. Actually, let's do that 16 from the top because it's a 32 bar, isn't it? 16 from the top. Let's do that 50 and then 25. This on the other hand should be 60. And then call that this is pretty much just how much is left, so I'm going to say 100 out of and how much spare ammo, so let's say 60. This is 60 spare. Let's just see how that looks. I think I might need to add more spacing in there. 100 out of 60. Yeah, display's fine. And then all I have to do is just do GUI.draw texture, which is a new window rect, new rect, 10, not screen underscore ammo window direct dot width minus that's 60, so minus it by 80 because I've got 10 here, and then 32, and then that is ammo, and that should display fine, because at the moment I've got 10, it's going from 10 from the left, and I've done the width, and because that's 60, I want it a 10 gap from that as well, so that brings up to 70, 80, it's minus 80 because I want the 10 gap. Now if I go back to my video, GUI game skin, sorry, is in there, but ammo, I love ammo's, let's do it red for now, that way I've got some. There we go, we've got our health and ammo bars. In my next tutorial, what I'll be doing is these health and armor bars. We will animate those so they move. When you get hit or health gets taken away, we'll do it for a cheap script at the moment where it takes health away by when you push a button. Same with armor as well. And then we will also work on, after that, work on the shooting aspect. Because at the moment, I think that might be energy we use, so I might just take away the label, just move it into energy. But that'll all be next tutorial. Thank you for watching. I've been T-Junkie. See you next time. Bye bye.